February 4th was our first county council meeting of February. It was a rather light agenda, but we heard out the gates from the Criminal Justice Coordinating Committee. And this is a committee that we put together a couple of years back, but when you look at the sheriff, the solicitor, the public defender, the jail, all the people and entities that are involved in the system, we want to make sure that they're talking, they're coordinating, and that we have a good system in place so that we know that taxpayer money's being spent correctly and that the people going through the system are being afforded the process and care that they deserve. So we get an update periodically from them. They're doing good work, and we'll be continuing to hear from them throughout this year.
And the survey's on through February. If people want to do it, they can just search it online.
Yeah, there's an online survey that asks the public some of their feelings about different aspects of the coordinating committee. So please take the time to do that. That kind of information is invaluable back to the county and to the council for making decisions. So from there, we went into some basic items where we had a residential rezoning. Somebody was creating a homestead. Sounded like a really positive thing, and that was approved. And then we went into a public safety committee meeting, and we also went into an update on a finance committee meeting. I'd probably say the highlight of the public safety committee was a follow-up update from our sheriff's department on body cameras. You know, that's being implemented currently. A good portion of it was paid for by grants. It's become an expectation that a modern police department has this in force. And we're proud to say that Anderson County is ahead of the curve, that we're implementing this, we're doing it the right way, and it's going to protect the officers, and it's going to protect the citizens also.
And a lot of people are interested in the animal ordinance slight change.
Yeah. Anderson County has always been on the forefront of making sure that we treat animals correctly. That's important. And what we wanted to differentiate was between items that people needed to be educated on the best way to take care of their animal versus criminal neglect where people were really doing some horrific things. So we wanted to make sure that our ordinances allowed the officers to differentiate between taking something to the magistrate's court, the general sessions court, or be able to educate the citizen on how to do better. But that's a positive item that came out of the Public Safety Committee. That's just an ongoing continuation of Anderson County being in the forefront of working well with animals. So I would also say from the Finance Committee, some of the items of note were we helped approve what was already in the budget for the Veterans Affairs Committee, but we have been hearing from our veterans, and Anderson is a veteran-rich community, but we had some veterans that were having a hard time getting to the local clinic. Because if some veterans were going to Dorn in Columbia and the timing of them getting back, other veterans were not able to get rides to the local clinic. So in the county budget, it was approved within the Veterans Affairs to have a new van that's going to allow them to have better access to health care. So that was a positive thing that was of note from that committee. Otherwise, there was a joint industrial park resolution, which is an economic development paperwork item that we work with on Greenville, but it was a positive meeting. But expect it in the next couple of months to really pick up because we're entering budget season. And March, April, May is when we'll start hearing from all the departments about their annual budget request. We'll be going through it with a fine-tooth comb, having budget hearings. We'll be receiving recommendations from the Finance Committee. So this is a time of year that is most important to hear from the community what's working, what's not working, and what's important. So we'll move on to our second meeting in February. As always, we encourage you to reach out to your council member. We encourage you to attend, and we encourage you to watch online. We really appreciate it.